Hey y'all, it's All of Destiny. In today's video, we will be testing out the ᶫᵒᵒ acrylic powder kit. I ordered this kit from Amazon for about 21 bucks and it didn't take too long to arrive, you know, Amazon Prime. So let's go ahead and open it up, see what we have inside. We have the clear acrylic powder and it did come sealed so nothing leaks out. The liquid monomer or the acrylic liquid for doing the nails. The no burn acid free primer. This is the extra bond for acrylic and UV gels. The Ultra Gloss Dry Fast Top Coat. This is a regular nail polish, so you won't need a UV lamp. Strong nail glue for the tips. 20 natural nail tips. Y'all know I'm a fan of sculpting my nails using forms, but for the purpose of this video, we'll use the tips today. Also included is the 100/100 grit nail file, so both sides are the same. This is the nail prep. It's a pH balanced dehydrator. A buffing block to smooth out the nails, and of course the ᶫᵒᵒ nail brush. This one is number 8 or size 8. I don't think this one is 100% Kolinsky, but we're going to use this nail brush to do our nails today, just so that we're using everything included in the kit. And included on the back side is all of the instructions. That way you're not left confused as far as what to do. Even though I have been doing my nails for a few years now, I'm going to still go by the instructions a little bit just to see if this kit is beginner friendly or not. So starting off, these are what my natural nails look like. Since I'm pretty familiar with the acrylic application process, we're going to go back and forth between following what the instructions say and also just me showing you all how I do my nails. That way we'll still be testing out this kit. I use a metal cuticle pusher. They do have different types. You can decide which one you would like. And then I also use my cuticle softener. I just pour some of that into the cap and apply that towards the cuticle area of all of my nails. I allow that to sit maybe about 30 seconds before I begin pushing back my cuticles. So glancing now at the instructions, it says to apply hand sanitizer, apply the ᶫᵒᵒ artificial nail remover to make sure that your nails are free from oil and polish. The prep portion of the instructions do call for hand sanitizer, which is basically just you wanting your nails to be clean before attempting to put false nails of any kind on top of that, which is why you want to basically prep your nails. You want to wash your hands or use a sanitizer like the instructions say. So I like to clean underneath my nails. That way my nails are clean from anything that could cause like fungus growth or something while I'm wearing false nails. If you don't have a cuticle softener, you can still just push your cuticles back the same way. Using the rounded end of the nail file to my advantage, I'm going to remove the shine from my nails. This helps the acrylic to better adhere. Here's a quick glance at the difference between the nails that have been filed versus the ones that have not. Prepping your nails with a nail file is not included in the instructions, but it's an important step for me. Step 3 of the instructions says to dehydrate the natural nail with the ᶫᵒᵒ nail prep. This is my first time honestly using a nail dehydrator, so I'm excited to see if this plays any part in my nails lasting longer. Next up, we're applying the ᶫᵒᵒ extra bond. This is the primer. We're going to apply this all over the natural nail for better adhesion. So now it's time to work with the nail tips. Except normally I will be using nail forms. If this isn't your first video, then you know. Only thing I don't like is that these nail tips do have like a curve. I'm not a fan of a curve in the nail. They do have a well for you to apply the glue, and also there's numbers on these tips. So you want to make sure that the nail tip fits from side to side on your entire nail. It's better for it to be a little more wide, and then you can file it down versus forcing yourself to use a smaller nail tip, because that'll also be a reason that your nails could come off quicker. So I went ahead and placed all of my sizes to the side. Oh, and this is just a candle jar that I'm using to prop my nails up. That way I can be still for you all filming. So I thought about shaping the nail before gluing it on, but I decided, let's just do that later. So I apply a drop of the nail glue into the well, and then I'm just going to hold that for about 10 seconds. Also, let's go ahead and glance and see what the instructions say. Select the correct size, apply glue on the edge area of the tip, and make sure glue is applied evenly. Align the tips and press down for about 10 seconds, and then you can cut them off using a ᶫᵒᵒ tip cutter. I don't have a ᶫᵒᵒ tip cutter. So that's the curve, by the way, that I was talking about, and comparing the way that I'm explaining my own steps compared to what the instructions say. So far, I definitely think a beginner would benefit from using this kit. So if you don't have a nail cutter, I actually broke mine when I was taking off those polygel nails that I had done previously, so I gotta order a new one. Amazon has lots of them. I'll just link one down below. If you don't have the acrylic nail tip cutter, then you can definitely use a standard nail clipper. Only thing is just when you cut it this way, you'll have to perfect the shape on the end, but it's cool. It just gives me the chance to show you all how to file the nail better. I don't want to keep these nails as they are, so I'm going to kind of slant them in a little bit. Maybe these are coffin, maybe not, but I just wanted my nails to not necessarily be square. The way that I get the tip very straight, I let the file work to my advantage, so I'm just going to place that straight along the nail, go back and forth, just rounding the sides in so you can see the difference between the two, and make sure you remove the excess from where you filed along the back. That way you don't get any acrylic on that and then it's stuck. So this is the difference in the comparison of what I've done, and then to make sure that the sides are even, I basically compare my left hand to the right hand. There is an optional step in the instructions that say you can use the No Lines Eraser by ᶫᵒᵒᵒ to remove that nail line where you glue the tip on it, but an alternative to that is just gently roughening up that area with the nail file. That way if you wanted to wear your nails like a natural look, you won't be able to see where the tip was glued on it. So I'm going to reapply some more of the pH bond as well as the primer. So now we're on to the application of the liquid monomer and the powder. It recommends in the instructions that you dip the brush into the liquid monomer a couple of times just to release any air bubbles from the bristles, and I like to do this whenever my brush is new. Even if your nail brush is not new, it's a good idea to do this to release the air bubbles before application. So I'm going to remove the excess liquid and then dip the brush into the acrylic powder, and instantly the pearl will form. I'm going to place it and distribute it over the nail bed on the sides of the cuticle area, and then I'm going to repeat that process. That's what the instructions say, but I like to slowly kind of pat the product in place and work it down towards the tip of the nail. I'm not pressing too hard to where I'm basically snatching off all of the acrylic. I'm gently tapping the acrylic down towards the end of the nail, and whenever I think that it's kind of flooding over the side walls, I just kind of gently use the belly of the brush to kind of push it back onto the top of the nail. Honestly, when I'm working on my own nails, this is the way that I do it. That way I'm not working against gravity. By turning my hand towards myself, I'm looking at the nail. My nail is pointing in a downwards motion, which means the acrylic will never run back into the cuticle area. That also helps the acrylic to sort of balance out on its own, if you will. So this nail I'm showing you all in real time. It's not sped up at all. That way you all can see how slow I work, or just how I build the nail in real time without it being too edited to where you all don't realistically see that I'm probably working just as slow as the next person. It's just a matter of taking your time and building the nail. For me, I honestly think it was quicker just a little bit using these nail tips, because whenever I sculpt my nails using the forms, I'm basically building my own nail from scratch without having a guide. So by having the tips on, I found it easier to just lay the acrylic on top of the tip. If I feel that my brush is getting too dry, I dip back into the acrylic, and then I'll wipe off a little bit of the excess on the side. So now we're dipping back into the liquid, picking up another bead. This one is smaller than the first one because we only need a little bit left to cover closer to the cuticle area. I get as close as I can, but you don't want the acrylic to sit on top of that cuticle area, because your nails will grow out and then it'll cause lifting. Even before your nails grow out, it'll cause lifting probably the next day. So you just want to sweep that over the nail, making sure that you haven't gotten it on your skin on the side. And I'm also doing a pressing motion to make sure that that's nice and laying down. And then I'm using the tip of the brush to make sure that it's not on the sides. I probably just said this. So wiping off the brush again, making sure it's clean, I'm dipping into the liquid again, and I wipe off along the side, and then I kind of just sweep it across the acrylic, and then it just forms the bead. The instruction calls it a pearl, I just call it a bead or a ball. I place that where the tip and my natural nails sort of overlap. That way I'll have that area to be the strongest, where I'm building up the apex, and then I just work that down the length of the nail. Like I said, I like for my hands to face myself. That way I'm working with gravity, since the acrylic wants to rush down the length of the nail anyway. This technique also helps to prevent the acrylic from flooding the cuticle area. This clip is actually 2 times fast, so this one isn't in real time anymore. The hardest part about filming these videos is like trying to keep my hand in a steady spot in the frame, because I really be just like having my hands right in front of my face doing my nails. So give this video a thumbs up, please, for me. I'm trying to basically be still and stay within the frame of the camera. So one more beginner's tip: if you find that the acrylic is really sticking to your brush may be a little bit too dry, which is causing it to pull the acrylic off of the nail, and try dipping into your acrylic liquid more often while you're shaping the nail, wiping off the excess on the side of your dish or even onto the paper towel. My first impression on this brush, I was able to finish all of my nails without any problems. I did only pay $21 for this entire kit, and even if this brush was like 100% ᶑᶒᵏ, brushes alone are pricey. Like, I don't think I could expect the quality of a $50 brush if I only paid $21 for the kit, because then that would mean that the kit should cost more to compensate for the quality of the brush that you're getting. So to clean my brush, I basically dip into any liquid that's left and I just kind of sweep the brush all around. Another thing that you can do to make sure you remove any of that acrylic out of there while it's still damp before it hardens is to just kind of use a little scraper to get it off. Once all of your nails are completely dry, you can start the filing process. If you're unsure on whether your nails are dry or not, you can either use the brush to tap along them and you should hear a sound like this, or you can tap them on the disc. That lets you know that your nails are ready for filing. So I'm using the file that comes in the kit. Both sides are 100 grit. The filing process helps you to perfect any mistakes that you have made, or if you think you built your nails too thick, you can use the file to kind of get down that size a little bit. So I do spend a lot of time on the filing. I didn't shorten it as much as I shortened it in my other videos. So I like to do most of my filing with the hand file. This nail drill does not come in the kit. I need to stop using this drill on camera because I don't have a link for it, and I hate not being able to, you know, help you all find it. In the previous nail video I did see, I had to approve it. I don't know why they went to spam, but I saw 2 comments. A few of you all left recommendations for drills. The brand on this drill is ᶫᵒᵛᵏ, by the way. I used to have a link with them. I guess it's just broken now. So after I finish filing all of the nails, I'm going to use the buffer that came in the kit, and then I have this extra buffer as well. It's a little more smooth. The buffing step just helps to remove the ridges from the filing. That way we can design our nails on top of a smooth surface. You don't have to think too hard about the buffing like you do the filing process, because you're just smoothing right here. And I got a lot of positive feedback when I featured comments from you all in one of the previous nail videos, so I decided to do that same thing again for this one. If you want your comment featured, just leave a positive comment. When I'm like editing the video, I'll just pull out a few from the comment section. And I didn't check before to see if you were subscribed or not, but it would be cool if you were subscribed to get your comment featured. You can do all of your buffing with the other one. I was just being picky, so you don't need an extra buffer. Alright, now for the designing process. I washed my hands in between to remove all of the dust off of the nails. That way my polish is nice and smooth. So I thought I wanted to go with these 2 colors of choice. I'll have them in the description box down below. This one, I should have shaken it up a little bit better, but then I was just like, I threw it out because it's expired. Also in the previous video, I got a question about how you know if your nail polishes are expired. So it's not like food items where it has like the exact date, but it does have the period after opening. That's the little open jar symbol. You usually see that on the back of like makeup, beauty products, and nail polishes as well. So you can check different items for that. I also wanted to keep this video, I guess, beginner friendly when it comes to the other products that I'm using. So I decided to instead reach for these LA Colors nail polishes. These are $1 at Dollar Tree. They're not recent purchases of mine. I just pulled them off of my nail rack. Yeah, you can just check and see. They have different colors often all the time. This one is also an LA Colors nail polish. And in between coats, I always wait for my nail polish to dry completely. That's the only downside to using nail polish over gel. You have to wait for it to dry, versus when you use a lamp, you stick it under there for 2 minutes and then you're good to go. I kept bumping my nails trying to multitask. I did have to do about 3 coats to get this polish to be opaque. Just keep in mind you do get what you pay for. If you all want to check out some of my favorite brands, I recommend OPI and China Glaze. So also in the previous video, someone asked me to use and try out a matte nail polish, so I did place that in my Amazon cart as well. That way I could use it in this video. You can probably get it at Walgreens. I just like online shopping, so it's convenient. Again, waiting for each coat to dry in between, and you don't have to use these same colors. You can definitely use whichever colors you like. I wonder if y'all can hear them in the background even with me having a mic. Normally I like to go all out with my designs, but I wanted to keep this a little bit beginner friendly for you guys. If you saw the previous nail video, then y'all heard my beginner friendly pep talk. I thought I wanted to use these. I didn't really like this look for the design, so we're going to just kind of slide that off before it dries completely. And instead I'm going to use these silver rhinestones that I think I either got from AliExpress or Amazon, or I forgot, but I'll link silver rhinestones down below. The dotting tool is, you can get that from Amazon as well. Everything will be linked down below. If you don't have a dotting tool and you want to try rhinestones out, like if you're waiting on it to arrive or something, anything with a ball point, you can use that to put your rhinestones on. Normally I use UV gel and then my lamp, but to keep this beginner friendly for you guys, you can just add your rhinestones on using the nail polish, your top coat, or you can use a nail glue, which is what I'm using. But for that matte nail, just be sure not to use the shiny top coat. Make sure you use the matte one, and then while it's drying, that's when I was applying the rhinestones in. That way they'll be locked into the design. It takes me a good amount of time to get the rhinestones on, so I put that one in super fast motion. After all of the nails are dry, just go ahead and apply some cuticle oil. An alternative again. I like giving y'all alternatives because you got to learn how to finesse and improvise, okay? Use a hair oil if you ain't got cuticle oil, sis. Oil is oil. And voila, here is the finished look, and I definitely recommend this kit for beginners. I know I didn't just bump my nail. I just bumped my nail. Oh my god. Trying to get my little posy shots before that one dries. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna fix that later. I'm ready to end this video. All of the products I use will be linked in my description box down below. Affiliate links are used, so if you don't want me getting a coin, just do like a self-search on Google for the products. I guess I should have did a custom white balance. The nails are not that green, but I'll post a picture on Instagram, so follow me over there so you all can see what the nails look like in natural lighting. Questions and comments, be sure to leave all of that down below. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to check out more nail videos, I will link the previous one if you want to see how to do your own fill-in at home, and another nail video is on the screen. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, it is free.